Hi everyone and welcome back to another 1 kit 10 cards video, and today I have the SSS Stamp June card kit. I will show you really quickly what is included. You will see lots of dies like these banners for example, and the kit is already sold out as expected because you will see it comes packed with products. Here's another die to make this popcorn box. If you are a subscriber, then you have the kit and you can watch this video for inspiration. If you are not a subscriber, you can definitely get the products that I will be using for my 10 cards today individually, and you will find the links down below just like always. Now this die doesn't look as much, but you will see it's super fun and I will be using it in 4 of my cards in this video. You will also get a pack with 6 cards. These are smaller than the standard card. They are pre-folded and they are nice and thick, so really sturdy as a card base. And you can see here the dimensions. They are 3.5 by 5. Now there is this product which is really fun. This is the white paste that you heat and it fluffs up, which is perfect to combine with the popcorns. You will find some twine, and this is also really fun. I will be using those as well. These are called craft fluffs and you get 6 of them, 3 in pink, 3 in blue. There is also a mini distress ink pad included. 3 stickers that they smell when you scratch them, so combine them with the popcorn cards for a really fun interactive card. And of course you get the Team Holtz ticket booklet, which I absolutely love, and I know that I will be using it so much. Absolutely love it for creating backgrounds, for creating the base to build my clusters on top, and they are already perforated so you don't need your scissors. And that's the large stamp set for this month. It's called Having Fun and it is perfect for celebrations. And of course you do get cardstock. One of them actually is printed, so you can just cut it out and create panels. I will show you what I will do with that. Now before I move on and make the 10 cards, I'm going to show you some products that have been released as add-ons and they match perfectly with this kit. Again, you get these individually. This is an embossing folder with lots of tags, and there is also dies included, which really gives endless possibilities on how to use this embossing folder, since you create a background but also focal points that are actually dimensional. This is the prize ribbon die set with many dies included, so you can really make a big focal point and customize it with different colors. This is a sign, but look how beautiful and gorgeous it is, especially for vintage looking cards. Here are labels, and these are nesting dies. It's one of my favorite type of dies because I use them so much. And finally, this is a stencil that matches the ducklings, so look how gorgeous it's going to look at the end. I will use these ducklings in a reel, but for today I'm going to focus only on what is included in the kit. So now the kit comes with this pattern paper that has 4 different panels. I'm going to cut them all to size, and I will be working with them using the exact same technique. So I just cut out the panels for the little cards that are included in the kit. The cards are 3.5 by 5, so I cut out my panels to be 3 by 4.5. This is going to ensure that I end up with a little border all around. So all the first 4 cards are going to start with the same technique, just sticking those panels on top of them to have a background ready, and all I need to do to finish them off is to add a focal point on top. So this first card has some muted colors and they match lovely with the colors on the ticket book. So you can see you will find the same shade of orange or pinks and greys. So I'm going to pick a couple of them and I will use them as a cluster base where I can stick my focal point on top later on. For my focal point for this card, I'm going to go with the popcorn box. It is really easy to put together. I cut it out from red cardstock and it already has scoring lines. As you cut it out, you get the scoring lines. So I just fold it and you see you have a kind of a dimensional element. I do have some embellishments for the top of my popcorn box, and I did cut out plenty of popcorns so that I can use them on the inside of the box as well as on the outside, and I did ink up the edges just slightly so that they pop against each other. Now there is this piece that you can slide inside the popcorn box, which is going to hold the actual popcorns, and this is where you can play with the medium that was included in the kit, where you add that medium and you heat set it to fluff up. I didn't use it at all, but you can definitely use it, and it's going to add even more dimension, and it's going to turn the popcorns looking more realistic. So now I'm just creating my background here, adding my little tickets, and then on top I will stick my popcorn box. I do have an extra popcorn to add as if it has fell off the box, and all that's left to do is to add a sentiment. I'm using one from the stamp set. I will stamp it with Superfine ink just because it is really black and intense, and I'm just going to stick it below the box. So I have a little cluster here, and you can see some close-up photos. Now for the next card I'm going to use the fluff, and I'm going with the pink because my background has pink and it matches perfectly. I will use this orange to cut out the cone. Again, I matched colors with the stars on my background paper. Now I am using my tweezers, and it is going to make this process really easy. You just have to turn that paper piece into a cone. I added some glue, and then with my tweezers I'm just going to hold it there for a few seconds until the glue grabs the paper nicely. Then once that's done, I'm going to add some glue and then stick it on top of my card. This is going to be a super fun and dimensional card. And then on top of the cone, I'm going to add my cotton candy, and I will finish it off by stamping a sentiment. Really easy to put together, very simple but so adorable and really unique. Plus, it fits inside an envelope because you can squeeze it with no issues at all. Now for the next card I am using the banners as my focal points. I cut out banners out of red and orange. I tried to match the colors on my background. And now there is a die that is going to give you this string. Of course you can definitely use a real string if you want. And I'm going to stick those down by using foam tape at the back. Now, one thing that you can definitely do, and that's how the die was designed, was to thread the string in between those banners, and it's going to give a completely different look. Don't ask me why I didn't do it. Go ahead and do it. It's going to look way better. I am using foam squares at the back of each one of those little triangles, and you can definitely switch up colors. I just wanted to make it look more simple, as I do have way too much color at the background, and they would look too busy if I was interchanging the colors on the banners as well. A super simple card to put together, but it's absolutely adorable, and you can have lots of fun playing with different color combinations for your banners. For the next card I'm going to use again the popcorn box as my focal point, and here I had a second thought, so I'm going to try and peel that off. Nothing was harmed, don't worry, and I'm going to use the half part of this stamp just to make it look as there was an explosion, so that I can have some popcorn coming out of the top of the box. It's going to look, to give some motion and excitement on the card. And you can definitely do that with heat embossing. You can use like gold embossing powder for that. And on the end of those lines, I'm going to stick the popcorn. So it's going to look as if there is an explosion. I am going to add a sentiment which I'm going to stamp directly on top of the pattern paper. You can definitely stamp it on a different piece of paper and just stick it there. And also I'm going to use my contour liner and add some iridescent dots. You can use gems for that or pearls. just to embellish it a little bit more, and here is a quick look on this finished card. Now for the next one, I'm going to use the die that was included in the kit that is going to give you pockets. I'm die cutting that on a piece of the red cardstock. It's going to give me 3 slits, and at the bottom of them I'm going to hit emboss my sentiment. So I went with a sentiment that says life is the ticket, and I think it is super appropriate with the design that I'm going for. So I used my anti-static powder pouch just to make sure that the embossing powder is only going to stick where exactly I want it. And I'm stamping with embossing ink. I will apply fine embossing powder in white and heat set it. Now this is a really fun die to have, but not only for cards. It is great for those who make albums because you end up with lots of pockets, but also for art journaling because you can tuck inside, or journaling in general, you can tuck inside lots of stuff. So I'm inking up my pockets, I'm inking up the background just a little bit with brown to give it kind of a vintage look and feel, but not too much. And then I do have the tickets, which I'm just going to decide where everything is going to go, and then I will stick them down so that they don't fall out of the pockets. And think of all the different ways that you can use this die with. So, for example, you can have leaves, branches and flowers coming out of those pockets for a completely different style. Now I love white splatters, and that's why sometimes I cannot help myself, I have to add them everywhere. And this is the white splatter medium by Simon Says Stamp, which was included in one of the previous kits. So let's move on to the next card, and again I'm going to show you some more ideas on how to use those tickets. One way is to just use them as background paper. So I'm just going to connect some strips of those tickets at the back, and you can definitely cut them apart and have some gaps in between. You can have them vertically or horizontally, or even on the diagonal. I am going to use my paper trimmer to cut this out to be slightly smaller than the standard card, so I end up having a background pattern paper made out of the tickets. I'm inking up the edges to give it more of a vintage look and feel, and I will ink up the edges on my background cardstock as well. This is a card base. I will stick it on top of a pre-folded card, so it's not a complete card already. I like to work on different panels and then I stick them on pre-folded cards. So here is the base, and here you can stick whatever focal point you like. So I decided to go with cotton candy. Again, I repeated the same idea, created my cone, and on top the fluff, which is absolutely adorable. I am going to stamp my sentiment. Again, I'm going directly on top of the paper, and I do that with VersaFine ink just because I know it's going to be very intense and it's going to show. I'm finishing off the card by adding some white splatters again, and here are some close-up photos. I love it, it's absolutely adorable in real life, and this fluff really makes the card unique. Now here is one more idea on how to use the tickets, a very simple way to place them down, and at the same time it makes a lovely masculine card as well. So all I'm doing is using foam tape at the back, and I'm just going to create a row of all those tickets. I made sure that I pick tickets with different colors so that it makes it more interesting. On top of that, I'm going to stick one more ticket just to kind of create a place to stick my sentiment. You can stamp your sentiment or just use a sticker. I had this in my stash, so that's what I'm going for. You can definitely embellish it with gems or pearls or sequins. I went with my white splattering. And here are some close-up photos. I am going to share one more card in that style, kind of vintage and with the tickets to give you more ideas. So what I'm doing here is working on a navy blue cardstock. I'm making up the edges just to make it look more darker on the edges, and it creates kind of a vignette with a lighter color at the center. I'm going for a mixed media look and feel for this card, so I used one of the text stamps from the stamp set, and I'm just stamping that on the background. completely randomly. It's not there so that you can read it, mainly as a visual texture. Then I switched to another stamp that has stars, and I inking that up with the pigment ink by Simon Says Stamp, white pigment ink. And just because that stamping is on a dark cardstock, it's going to show just fine. Here is a little scrap piece that I had, and it is from corrugated cardstock. I did add some white acrylic paint on top just to make it look more interesting. And then on top of that, I'm going to stick one of the bigger tickets that are included in the ticket book. So I'm creating a little area with a bit of stamping popping from behind. So on top of that, I'm sticking another layer and another layer. Just create a little cluster there. And this is already perfect to stick any focal point. It can be a flower, it can be just a branch, it can be a bird. In this case, since that's what I have in the kit, I'm going again with the blue cotton candy this time. And I think it is a perfect masculine card again. I did use a sentiment that I had in my stash from stickers, but you can use anything you like. And now I'm completely switching styles, and I'm going to show you what you can do with this cone die that was included in the kit if you don't wrap it around to make a cone for your cotton candy. So you can use it just as it is, as a geometric shape, and you can cut it out from different colors. Here I'm showing you a way to put them down together for a clean and simple card with a geometric design in a monochromatic way. So all I did was use different colors of cardstock in different shades of blue, and I'm just going to go around and stick them down in a completely random shape, as you can see, making sure that I leave enough white space where I can stamp my sentiment. And this is a perfect clean and simple card that you can put together in no time. And I'm going to show you another variation, but this time with shades of pink. And think of all the different variations that you can do with these. Think of, you can go rainbow color, you can go your recipient's favorite color combination. And it also provides a great way to stick something on top. So here, for example, I'm creating kind of a circle. I'm not going to make a full circle, but you get the idea. And you can have something at the center as your focal point. So here are some close-up photos on all the 10 cards that I made for today. Down below in the description you can find links to all the products that I used, as well as to the subscription of the card kit in case you want to subscribe and have your kit ready for next month. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope that you had fun and that you got inspired.